What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? It's another episode of Next Level Thinking. It's your host, as always, Chris Holmes, and today I have the lovely, the phenomenal Jazmin Anderson.
Hello. Look, so good to be back on your show. It's
How
been
long is
a
it?
long. What was that? 2017, guys.
2017, before COVID.
Oh yeah, before a lot. Before a lot that's happened with life. Wow. Yeah, it's been a minute.
And the reality check of everything.
Literally
everything.
It's been lifing.
So what has life has been lifing? Life does life, like it or not. Life does lifing.
That part.
But you gotta adjust and motivate and move forward.
Yes, always.
Man, but what's been going on?
I know. Well, I just finished directing my first film.
Like you over here producing your films
Yeah,
and things
so
like
that's
that.
exciting. Like direct her, you
Her.
know, like
Her.
a woman director. So I'm super proud of that. That's something I've always been wanting to get into the film industry. And I just knew it was the level of doing it, you know, from journalism, like, you know, how you map your plan. And so it's just beautiful to finally be.
You've been doing
in that.
journalism for the longest.
Yes, freelance reporting to the
sports
interviews.
and all that and much more, and now you're over here doing film.
Right. So it's beautiful to be in this space because I've been working at it for a while, doing shows, writing books, and things like that. So now to do it for film, it's like, finally.
So,
For
like,
real.
what was some of the thoughts going in? Like, what were some of your fears?
Oh, I would say the fears is just making sure we get everything that we need to and the right people on the team. Like, I had to let go some people just because the energy, like, it was so important to keep
Like,
positive energy on
Oh,
set.
yeah, you better.
Yeah, so I had to have good energy, and it was so many people. And I just think it really separated me from a lot of people because I was just big on the faith and moving and getting it done with literally who we were choosing to the people. When I tell you it was a beautiful flow, like it's almost 200 people total, like with production, actors. So just seeing how we were able to maneuver and get everything done set day. We did 12 film days. So for us to get done in 12 film days, the first go round, it just was
Now,
phenomenal.
bring it back for the audience because they were like, film days, like, what is that? Like, they're probably like thinking, like, I think I know what film days are, but I don't know
Right.
exactly what are film days.
So that was the actual day we were actually filming. So it'd be
Okay.
like 8, 12-hour days. Literally, we're doing
Cut,
scene
action.
1, scene 2,
Do that
scene 3.
again.
Yes.
Like,
Actors.
everything was almost perfect, but you missed that. So
Literally.
guess what? Do it again.
Yes, so it was a lot of that. And so film days are when we're actually on set, we're on location, we have the cameras, the lights, all of that. You know, you have your first AD. It just was so much that I learned being in it. It was just beautiful. You don't even think about all of what it takes to do a film. You just watch it, you know? So
You
most
just enjoy the entertainment, the theater,
Yes.
you just relax. And
Have no
But you
idea.
have no idea, like, all the things that goes into the major production. And
Yes.
I done a little bit, but you had a 200
I
crew.
know.
And so I know you had probably everything from the makeup, the sound.
Exactly, wardrobe. We had each area. What script supervisor, when I tell you it was like each division of things, it was super amazing because I wanted to do it how the big studios do it. Even though it's an independent film and the first one, I wanted
You
to.
are big.
Yeah. You know, you got to think big, go big. So I looked at what they actually have, who's hired in the crew, and just mimicked the closest that I could to doing exactly that with hiring the people, with what is needed to have a real live quality film.
Right. And I definitely agree with that. And then on top of that, like, what about the script reading? Because a lot of people, I think it's like table reading. A lot of people don't think about that. Some people
That's
think.
so important. We did so many rehearsals, literally. Yeah, so we did casting calls. We did probably like four to five casting calls. And then when we did have them, we had Tuesdays and Wednesdays were our rehearsal dates, where it was like 2 hours with the script supervisor, me on there, just making sure everyone knew their lines and just a way to practice with everyone on Zoom.
If I forgot the line on page 4, no,
Right.
rehearse, do that again.
And you know, a lot of people really didn't want to do rehearsal because a lot of films, they don't require that, but because it was the first film and I knew it was a lot of first actors, some who were actors before.
You kind of want to like
Yes.
get that first out the way.
I wanted to make sure they knew they stuff, you know, and so it was really beautiful because you were able to just see them come into the character. You were able to ask questions.
I think that's like the biggest thing too, is like the more and the more you do, it becomes more of like who you are.
And you just know it without even really practicing.
Until you probably saw some points that were like, wait, okay, you can get out of character now.
Right.
They were like, oh,
exactly.
My bad.
And it was really cool because most times I think when you are doing a film production, you just have to know it when you come back. Like there is no rehearsal, there is none of that. It's like you better know your lines or someone else is gonna have your spot. You know, and so it's really like hardcore, but it was like, I don't know, it was like we were all going on this journey together to making a successful
Everybody
film.
growing at the same time.
Yeah,
learning
so it's
from
cool.
ups and downs and much more.
Exactly.
Pressing forward, so which makes sense about like when it comes to especially like having the energy, because if you have the wrong
oh yeah, they had, even the actors, y'all, they were not showing up on time. It was just
divas.
You had to take
and
it
that goes
serious.
for like guys.
I did have some divas that I had to let go because it was just, you know, I just really want people to understand the opportunity that it was. You know, like, and the people who really, you could tell genuinely wanted it and took advantage of it because that's what they wanted to do. Like some of them always wanted to be an actor, but this was their first time maybe being able to act.
It's like, you gotta own
yeah,
the
and they
moment.
took it serious and they studied, and you could tell the difference between someone who was studying and someone who was just playing. Yeah, like, are you gonna take it serious? If not, I gotta get somebody to get your spot because this is serious.
You know how awkward it probably look like, say if you have a certain scene you gotta shoot and you have a time slot and all that much more, and like, wait a minute, where's Jamie?
When I
like,
tell you,
is Jamie?
it was so real. Like, and I missed it because we would do in person, and those were the funnest because when you do have everyone in person, you get to practice and do it. Versus Zoom, it's just kind of like, okay, it's your line. So we did a little bit of both.
Is you talking about script writing over Zoom?
So we would have script rehearsal over Zoom.
Okay.
So everyone, like, we're going through the script together in the middle, and when it's your part, you say it.
Oh, I know that was different because
that was super different.
Yeah, because I feel like you would get a lot more energy like when you're interacting.
Yes, it's so different. But I couldn't ask everyone every weekend, like, you need to be here in person, you know. So even though I was majority of the time, but it was just beautiful, like the way we did it. I would do it like that again. Still have rehearsals because I felt everyone began to become more attached to their character when they were able to practice more.
What do you think made you better as a person going through this? Or like, what do you feel like developed through
Oh my
all that?
gosh, when I tell you, so much mental toughness. I had no idea. Yeah, the patience, and then just so many personalities, because you got to think, when you're the person like orchestrate everything behind the scene and on the scene, it's a lot, you know? And then if someone isn't doing their part, you have to kind of step in and make sure it's done.
Like, hey.
So it just showed you how to be on it, to move. It really had me grow up a lot in being a leader and what needed to be done, being able to answer calls, being able to connect with people, and even with payroll. Like, that was super amazing that was even able to be done. You know, it wasn't like I asked people, hey, you do this for free. But just to even do that in itself, it just was a lot of great things, like maturing in a business that you're growing, that I learned, but mainly the pressure and personalities. Like, you can love people, but sometimes you like, okay, you know what, maybe I don't need to be this close, and I see why people have like personal assistants, why people have certain people like where you can't really just talk straight to them.
Why is that? Because that helped me and some of y'all to understand that as well. Because, you know, sometimes people can say, like, why you got an assistant? You know, that's right.
You, like, have to, because it's so many people. Like, think about it, 200 people trying to call you, 200 people trying to, like, get your attention. 200 people like asking you where their money, where's this, where's that. Like that could be on one person, a lot of mental, emails, everything. So it's kind of like you need somebody to kind of be able to answer. Somebody else need to answer them questions. What Johnny need, what this person need.
I need to talk to
And I see, because most times you be like, why can I not get to this person? And I understand why, because it'd be like a lot of simple questions that they don't need to talk directly to me for that.
They can be answered
someone else can answer that.
Like real quick and bitch next.
Yeah, and when you're like so focused, especially with the storytelling or your business or your parent, and you do other things, that's a lot of your energy. And it's like, hey, if someone else, you can hire someone else or two people to handle that so it runs smoothly. Because if it's just one person, what if I don't get back to all those calls? What if I don't send those emails? They're going to be upset anyway. So it just
makes a lot of sense too. So like I definitely agree with that. And I think that's part of the growth.
That's
I think
growth.
Like when you are, let's say, at a certain level, you don't really understand it because it's not meant for you to see.
Yeah, like you're not understanding what all we're doing.
Yeah.
You just show, like most people, they just show up. And that was a big thing too in production. Like no one really knew what it took to just show up, like behind the scene, versus you just get in your car and just go to where it says on your paper. They're not knowing what all I need to do, keep having these meetings to get this location, how much it costs to get there, how to get the food there, how to make sure we have the whole team there, doing a call sheet. All they knew was just show up. So it was like a lot of us don't really pay attention to what something takes to do it. They just see people doing things and think, oh, that's so glamorous, that's so beautiful, I want to do it. But no one's really looking at what it takes behind the scene to do it. Just like I didn't even know what filmmakers, I didn't really understand the depth until I was in it. Like, this is what they do. And this is me supposedly on a smaller scale. This isn't like $150 million budget.
The major
like
deadlines.
Most of those studios
because then they're going to be like, look, we got $20 million on this.
Exactly.
We ain't got time to play. Like, where's it at?
The respect like I have for filmmakers is so different. Like you just watch a film and you have now my vision and my eyesight of watching anything. I can see everything of how they captured, how they did it because of what we did. And that was just a taste. So it's like you can't even grow in that. But yeah, it's just so much respect for behind the scenes. I think people need to remember the work it takes. And if you want to do something, go for it. Like, I didn't care what it took. I was like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do what needs to happen. It's going to happen.
Like it or not.
Just like that quote, I'm going to make it or else. I'm going to make it. No, I don't think it says or else. It's just, I'm going to make it. Or there's no plan B. Yeah. I'm going to make it. Like, I'm going to make it.
That's what it takes, getting completely outside your comfort zone.
You have to. Like, just going for it. And I think that was a big thing. It was just like, whatever it takes, we're going to get it done. I don't care if I have to come here 50 times to make sure we get this location. Like, I'm going to come here 50 times. I'm going to call you, email you.
They're like, no, I don't want to hear no.
They say, no, we're going to figure another way because this is what I see. I was going up to offices every day, especially TSU. Like, I wanted those scenes there. They were trying to say, no, not this week, later, this. I'm like, no, it's this weekend. I was going to talk to someone who could be there. They were saying, oh, we don't have anyone on staff. I went on campus to find somebody who could watch it. So it's just like.
They were like, this woman is serious.
Yeah, she ain't playing. Like I was calling up there.
Hey.
And that's just what it takes. Like, you have to be present, letting people know, like, whatever I need to do, I'm going to do it.
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here.
And that happened with so many locations. Like, I had to literally show up the whole week almost before just to make sure those few hours we were there, we would get that to record.
Before they, we forgot.
Yeah, because they could do that. Send you email, oh, well, you know what? And then I had to have plan B a lot of times, like for a location just in case.
The mental.
Yeah, so it's just so many different things, which was a beautiful experience. Trust me, I loved it. But when you in it, you're just like, is this happening? Yeah.
I hope you document.
Yeah, we're gonna do a mini docu series of the process because I really want people to see.
Because that can actually inspire people and then like see the challenges and so much more. And then along with that, bring the respect. They're gonna be like, okay, I see.
Yeah, and then when you watch the film, you're just like, wow, is that what they were doing? It looked nothing like that. And just really, like, I love a cool mini docu series of the process that something took if it's something I'm very interested in.
Oh, yeah.
And so for this to be the first one.
And then on top of that, docus are getting a lot more popular, more than ever.
They are.
People love
because you can learn so much. Yeah. And then it'll help inspire people who do want to get out there. Man, okay,
Because like
let me go
from
for
all the
it.
sports and different kind of things, like from Formula One, you got football, basketball,
There's so many.
even like just everything. Because the people are saying like, oh, this is what it takes.
And,
Like,
and
oh,
that's
maybe
just
I
what it
can.
is.
Yeah.
And like just going for it. And I think that was the most beautiful thing through the process was I didn't care what it took to get this done.
By any means
And
necessary.
it was on faith. Like it was big on faith. Like I moved, like I just knew God was showing me how to move and how to do it. Even when I got,
You've always been doing that.
yeah, even when I got,
She
even
went
when
way back.
I paused, like for a second, it was like, okay, God, well, since they said no, how do you want me to move about it? How do I need to do this? Because even though someone said no, maybe it wasn't supposed to be that location. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that person. So I would say, can you show me where I need to go?
Keep them like trusting the process. Ooh, that is hard.
So it's just like being still with yourself when things are working out because maybe it's pointing you in the right direction. And that was really amazing to me because I was able to like breathe for a second. Well, not just take it as a no, oh, we're going to cancel. Because I had camera people who would cancel the night before.
What?
And I'm like, we got set tomorrow. What you mean you can't come?
I mean, I'm sorry.
And I'm up all night. We got to get a camera because I'm not canceling. Like, we're not canceling. We're filming.
The stress on that.
If it's film day, it's film day. Like, even if I'm holding the camera and directing whatever need to be done, we gonna get this. Yeah, but good thing I was able to hire the person to do it. But I'm just saying, if
Like,
need
what's
be,
gonna happen? Like, are you? Yes.
yes, there was so much respect.
Give me all the hats. this.
Like whatever needs to get done, it was just like it's gonna get done.
And then on top of that, kind of makes me think like even with high school, like with some of the early movies like Fridays, how like he made things happen.
That was super cool. And that was a whole different time.
Yes. And the budget, he didn't really have no big budget.
Yeah, no. And this was like the budget and funds came later. So it was literally me paying out of pocket and getting sponsorships through the process. Like, and then the funds came for me to take care. But it wasn't there before because had that been, that could have been way easier. Like, okay, we already got this. How much that is? Boom.
It's like
what this is.
It's really like, oh, you want this pathway? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, can you with the funds? No.
It was like, no, they wanted to see the product, like the investor. They wanted to see it like almost done. They wanted to see the project like you really were doing this. And so we had to deliver. And when I tell you, it was just nothing but literally faith and works like go together. And it was getting done, okay?
Whatever it takes.
For real. So I am grateful for that journey.
Staying outside of your comfort zone is everything.
And really how it came to me, it was top of the year. God gave me 3 movie downloads. This was the first one, my legacy movie. I have 2 other ones. And when I tell you, when they came to me, I've always wanted to get in film, but I just got so really I just got inspired by not seeing what I needed to see. Like there wasn't enough family movies. There wasn't enough movies with people who look like me.
Of that.
Yeah, and it wasn't like when I saw. I'm not trying to shame anyone on Color Purple, but me seeing that movie, it really hit me in a way. Like, why do we need to remake this movie? Me seeing that show with Tyler Perry with the Divorce in Black or something. It just was like, why do we need a movie like? It just was like a lot of movies, and it was nothing inspiring in our community. It was like, yeah, it was just like so. And I just was seeing films back to back. Even in Willy Wonka, how they did the little black girl in there, like they were just. It was just me seeing how they were doing black women in the films and degrading them, and then also it was just in our family community how it was like. Not showing light, like I wasn't getting inspired. I was like, I miss seeing a movie and you just get inspired to want to be more. Yeah, like I love a good movie like that. And just what's on TV shows and what I keep seeing, it's just degrading each other. It's like all people are doing is the same thing. Like every show, someone's getting killed. Someone is getting.
Can you do something different?
Yes, they're fighting. Like it's showing us. And I just thought about it for other cultures. Because with Color Purple, with all those movies, they went across the world and marketed that movie, right? That was millions on tour to show this movie. And that movie showed them degrading black women so bad. And it was like, this is what we're putting. So other people who don't look like us, they think this is how we are. And it's like, no, boo, that is not everyone's story. Like, I hate that is some people's story. But there is more to us. We have royalty. We come from greatness. And I just really I just wish we could have a little balance or have more films that really can inspire us where we look, we can see ourselves in a character.
We get inspired to do something so much more bigger.
And so I just saw that gap, and it just really made me angry in a way. Like, these people have all this money, and this is how they're using it.
This is what you gonna do.
Yeah, it was like, you got these type of budgets. And so when God gave me those downloads, it was just like, you know what, God, you can trust me. I'm going to make sure every film I do, someone can get inspired to want to do something and be great. And it's just that, and diversity. Like, I think we're all a human race, and just to show that in a film, like, it's not just about one color or the other color. It's just like showing us working together, coming together. Unity. You know, like some more unity and just positive. Like, can we put some more positive things out there? I'm tired of seeing From the Hood movies. I'm tired of seeing people getting killed. Like, every movie, somebody got to die. Like, can somebody just get healed, get some help?
Survive.
You know what I'm saying? Can somebody just get some help in a film? Please. So it was just a lot of that. And I'm like, let's have more solutions. If you do put that in the movie, at the end, at least put the solution to how that person got help. You know, where people know, okay, yeah, that happened to me. I went back. But man, that person turned out, they got this type of help. They did that. And it inspires you, like, to go get some help. Not inspire you to think, oh, I got to kill the person to get free. Oh, I got to go hurt somebody to get free. You know, I got to go beat up somebody. And you have to really pay attention to media is teaching us how to act whether people believe it or not. Yeah. What you're putting in is literally going to come out. And then, yeah, so if you're just putting negative images in your head, whether you think about it or not, it's literally in your subconscious going to make you lash out and act like this on other people. And so I just really want to put good quality content. Energy. Yeah, like, I just want people to be inspired. You can go and watch it with your family. You don't have to worry about an agenda. You don't got to worry about somebody trying to put so much sexual in there, trying to change the gender of your child or anything, just from watching a cartoon, you know? It's like, that's can we just
another subject by itself.
Can we just watch a film with our family and just like want to create some more greatness in the world to make it a better place?
You know, case it to the world.
Yeah, so I just was like, let me turn up the notch. Let me turn it up on some positivity around here, because this is just out of control. Like, it's really out of control. So
I definitely want to also, I don't want to miss this. So how did you feel about getting your day?
Oh, yeah. That's why our premiere day is December 27th. So, yeah, so that was major. And because I wanted to get it under Sylvester Turner, because he was a phenomenal mayor. Like, that man was at everything.
He supported his community.
He was in the community, baby, at everything. I've never seen a mayor do that, be that involved with the people, with the community, with what needs to be built. And so before he left, I was just like, I have to get it under him. Like, it wouldn't feel right if it was under anyone else, because I, like, knew him, been around, seen him, and I've just grown over the years. And so it just meant so much more to come from him and to be from California and to get that. So we're going to celebrate this year with the movie premiere, my legacy movie, and then have some things for families and just, like, really just putting good energy in the world.
Yeah, most definitely, because
you know, we need it, literally.
We definitely need it. And before we come to a close, like, anything you want to leave with the audience? Because you have all this great story, your day, you got the thing coming up pretty soon, a couple more weeks. Holiday season, about to get grub. I'm hungry right now. No.
Look, thinking about the holidays. Right? I guess you could just say, like, I know it's easier said than done, but what the time is now. Whatever it is you want to do, I'm like, do it. Go for it. I know it sounds so super easy, and really it's not easy, but the rewards are worth it. And so I really would just say, whatever that idea or whatever that is that you have and you've been putting off and you've been giving yourself excuses, like, stop with the excuses. Stop with saying what you don't. Use what you have. And that's so important. Like, I have that quote in my office, use what I gave you. And I have my name, and I say, use what I gave you. And I say, God, you know, like, he gave it to us. So, like, use what you do have, and it will multiply. It will get you to what you need. Yes. And I'm just so amazed with how things are working out, just going for it and just on faith, like, knowing, hey, well, this is what I have. This is who I know. I'm going to make it work. And, like, and you making what you have work, literally, when you're following your vision, like, I love this quote. I know I say it all the time, probably. Money follows the people. People follow the dreams. Dreams follow the execution and the action. And what that is like you going for what you want, you having that execution in action. The money and everything else is literally supposed to be chasing after you, not you chasing the money for something. And I've seen more clear as day with me following just the visions and things that I have. It is coming to me in ways I would have never imagined it would come this way. But I'm so focused on what the vision is, what God is giving me to do, to accomplish. And when I tell you that is the grandest thing I could just say, is just go after it. Don't worry about the money part. Like, just go for it and use what you have. And when I tell you, you will get creative ways with how to go about it. And then the funds will come. And I'm proof of that, even with this film. Proof of that in every situation I've done, my house, my life, the studio we're in, which I'm so grateful Chris got to come. Everything literally was on faith, me going after just knowing what I want, going for it. And once I'm going for it, the funds, everything comes right on time. Like,
that's
literally.
Crazy. I used to hate that early, especially a child. Like, what do you mean right on time? I want it now.
Right.
It's gonna come right on time.
Comes right on time. And you won't even know it. So that's something I do pray too, that the people I need will come to me before I need them. Like, I'll already know them, I already have a relationship for them, and then I could just call. Like, oh man,
Boom.
You did tell me you did that. Okay, I need you. Like this lady with payroll. She told me what she did. I was like, I am gonna need her one day. Had to call her. She did the payroll. Like, just little things like that. Or investors, or just anything you need. Like, you may meet someone and maybe right then and there in that season you might not need them, but there'll be other times you'll be like, you built that relationship, you watered that relationship where you're like, cool, I know exactly who I need to call. Everything. Like, I'm able to call up certain politicians, hey, I need this space, I need this location. And it's just because if you're watering those connections, you'll be able to do that call. And don't be scared to. I used to be scared, like, no, I don't want them to think I need them. No, I don't. When I tell you, I learned so many lessons from not doing this. Like, if God gave you the connection, one-on-one with those people, use that connection. I mean, all they could do is say no. All they could do is say, nah, Jazz, it's not how we gonna do things. And then, okay, but at least I asked you. Yeah. But I've had times where I didn't tell them and I came back after what happened. And they was like, why you just didn't call me? Like, I would have been set that up. And I'm like, trust, I'll never do that again. So it just showed me, like, if you have certain connections and when the time comes, at least ask. It does not hurt to ask. And hey, whatever that answer is, y'all got like a lot of gems in that. Yeah. It is what it is. It is.
So where can they find you real quick?
Yeah, you can go to jtv1studios.com, book a consultation with us if you need to do any media services with your brand or your business, or you have a show idea, a podcast, anything like that. Go check us out there. And then you can find me on Instagram, Jazmin Anderson Official, or follow us at JTV Network. Come to the next event we have here at the studio, which will be so cool. We do a lot of community workshops. But yeah, that's where y'all can find us.
Awesome. And as we close things out, it's your host, Chris Holmes, as always. And I don't even want to say too much. She already dropped a whole bunch of bombs and gems as it is.
Thank you.
I just feel this. I don't even want to mess that
up. Look, we're going to take it and use it and apply it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play.
Application is everything. That's what I'll say. Other than that, make sure you subscribe and share the message and much more, because that's what we're all about. Inspiring you to take it to the next level, and we're out. Peace.
Thank you for having me. This is cool.